arrears basis, correct?
Yes, Raj, tell me. Yes, Raj, tell me.
I have a question, right? So this baseline date and this is accruing and billing on postpaid, right? On an arrears basis, correct? Because
Yes.
these speeds are, if I have a prepaid scenario, and how do I control that?
For prepaid scenario also, the baseline date will be sent accordingly. Okay, for example, uh, for prepaid generally it's scheduling is not necessary for that. Okay, whenever the bits will be generated at the beginning, so when the customer recharges the mobile at the beginning or maybe takes a
I have,
subscription, it will come right away and we'll bill it. Okay,
but
we
there is
don't
an
have
MRC charge, right? So monthly recurring charge is also there. So if there is an MRC that needs to be billed prepaid, then how do I control
what is MRC.
that? A monthly recurring charge. So I pay upfront
Okay,
for say,
so okay, you want MRC that is also monthly.
yeah,
So
monthly.
I mean, say I recharge today 21st and I cannot bill it till 31st. Is it like that?
But say suppose simple, right? I have wireless provider. Say you are Geo SIM, right? So
Mm,
Geo will say 20 or 200 rupees flat every month,
mhm, mhm,
right? So
okay.
that is a prepaid. So you have to pay at the beginning of the month. So I'm a rental. I'm in a house. I'm renting
Mm,
an
mm,
apartment, and my rent is due for that month in the beginning of the month.
mm. So in that
So
case, in the beginning of the month itself, we'll receive the bit and the invoice will be generated. Ideally, for prepaid scenario, the payment triggers the invoice. Okay, when the payment will come, then the invoice will be generated. So
how
the
can I
bit will
take
receive
payment?
right away.
How can I take a payment without an invoice? Because the invoice has to be dropped, right?
Prepaid,
So
na? You're talking about prepaid. So prepaid means the payment comes
no,
first.
no, not a prepaid. So I should take it off like a prepaid. No, bill in advance. Let's talk a scenario and bill in advance, not a
Hmm.
prepaid. So bill in advance, right? So if it is a
Hmm.
bill in advance, I need to drop the invoice, right, for me to ask for a payment.
That is not a prepaid scenario, but okay,
No, it's
that's
not a
fine.
prepaid
If
scenario. Maybe I mixed it up. Like I wouldn't want it as a prepaid scenario.
maybe
So
immediate billing you're talking about, right?
yes, on a monthly recurring charge where it is not in arrears, but I wanted to do in advance at the beginning of
Okay,
the month itself, or the
okay.
beginning of the customer cycle.
So beginning of the month, then we'll receive the bit on the beginning of the month, and we can do it the invoicing right there. Okay, so there when we receive it, we do the invoicing. For prepaid, this kind of invoicing, this kind of rules are not needed. One, we can do it via normal the bits that will be coming on the day one of the month, and we can do the billing and immediate billing invoicing. Or number two, we can scheduling a billing plan. We can schedule a bill plan. I'll show you later. Via bill plan, also we can handle this recurring scenario. Okay, for them for those scenario, this scheduling is not needed. Okay, scheduling is only needed when we receive the bits, but we'll wait for some days. We cannot right away, we cannot do the billing invoicing. There is a particular date, we have to wait till that date. Okay, for these prepaid ones, the whenever we'll receive, that is on month end, or maybe the beginning of the month, it is received and it will be billed and invoiced. Okay, for prepaid, we'll not wait. Okay, these ones are the prepaid, the postpaid ones. Up to this date, I'll wait for a couple of more days because I want to make sure that I'm not missing any item. These are for postpaid customers. This scheduling is needed.
Okay, I'll wait for my question when we talk about bill plans, right? But that
Yes.
bill cycle day on the contract account, right? So if it is,
Mhm.
I'm saying that the bill cycle that day on the contract account, if I'm viewing a period, can I control both, like the billing plan as well as the cycle to match? Say suppose at the beginning of the
Yes, yes.
month.
In the bill plan also, you will see the bill cycle is assigned. It can be controlled based on bill cycle. Yes. When I'll go there, you'll see we can control based on bill cycle. Okay. 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 Let's move forward then.
One question, one question more, Subhuta. Can you go
Yes.
back to the calculation rule? Okay. So date limit too. Okay. Like I was bit little bit confused on 31st. Okay. So let's take an example. If it's a February month, okay, how exactly it will be going to be? Can you test that particular
Thir-
scenario and
thir-
simulate that?
31st does not mean, I mean, it means that last date of the month. Okay. So even if even if the month doesn't have 31st, it will still, I mean, it's not like that only. 31st meaning last day. Okay. For example, if I put 21st of like 28th of February, it will take 15th March. Okay. Simulate, or 15th is a holiday, then it will take the 17th, next one. 15th, 16th are holiday. So don't think that which month doesn't have 31st, they will not work, not like that. Okay. 30,
Mm,
if you put 30, then the 31st wala months will be jeopardized, will be compromised. So put the highest date, 31st, then all 28th months or 30 days month, all of them will be covered.
okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is basically an input parameter that we have entered it. It's not a selection. Like SAP has not given us any of the F4 help for that.
No, these are not like this. There are no
Okay.
such I mean, it is not like 1 to 31st will be given, you need to pick a date, not like that. What if I
You have to
enter,
start.
what if I enter 45? Enter a valid value. Okay, it will not let me pick. Okay, up to 31st I can do, but I can change. Okay, I mean, we generally do input only. Okay, there is no F4 basically here. F4 is there, but it is not helpful to choose anything from the LOV list of values.
Mm,
Okay, so this is generated. Now, next what we all know that if I try to bill it before 15th of Jan, it will not let me bill. So I try to bill it on, I'll try to bill it on, so I receive baseline data as 12. I try to bill it on 12th of Jan, it will stop me. That is no item are qualified. But if I try to bill it on 15th or onwards, it will let me do the billing. Okay. So ideally, the billing and invoicing is not always done manually. So here I am getting inside of a one contract account, and we cannot, I mean, we are doing billing invoicing, but ideally it will happen via FKK Bix underscore MA or FKK INV underscore MA, where it will be scheduled. And whatever are eligible in the FKK Bix underscore MA also, you may have seen that the billing date is there. Okay. For example, if I open FKK Bix underscore MA slash O FKK Bix underscore MA, any executed completed run I'll show one here in the second tab, additional parameter, we put the billing date. Now when the batch will run, every day today's date, that day's date will be shown. Okay, and accordingly on that day's date it will consider whether the bill from date, whatever items are within that date. Okay, so if I run it on 21st, it will check all billable bits which are having bill from date is I mean, if it is if the bill from date is 15, it will, I mean, which is less than 21st, less than equal to 21st. If today when it runs and it finds some bits which has bill from date as 22nd of Jan, it will not bill them. Only the ones where the bill from date is 21st or less, they will be picked. Okay, this is how it will be scheduled, the scheduling will be happened. Okay, so this is billing scheduling. Similarly, we have invoicing scheduling also. Let me configure that one. So come out. Now here define rules for determining invoicing date. This is more important because it will create a correspondence, it will create a posting. So same, you'll get inside. Now I'll show you here new entry. I'll show you this time I'll not pick the external date. Okay, I'll pick something else. Say Z102, and here I'll pick creation date. Okay, I'll pick creation date from invoicing order, creation date of source document. Okay, and here I'll pick the rule, same rule I'll do 15th of the month. Ideally we'll do a parallel rule. Okay, so if my billing is 15th of the month, my invoicing should also follow 15th of the month. Or I mean, for testing purpose, I can show you, say invoicing is always second of the next month. Okay, second, for January's transaction, invoicing will happen on 2nd of February. For entire February's transaction, invoicing will happen on 2nd of March. That way also we can do. But ideally, if I have designed a billing cycle in one format, I would like to uh, have a consistent invoicing cycle as well. Okay, I would like that invoicing will also happen in that date. Okay, in that format only. Now here, I'll again add the first. I'll save, then I'll add the creation rule. Same rule I'll add. So two step, up to 13th, it will be invoiced on 15th of that month, calendar US, and no correction. Correction, blank means correction. Then another new entry, up to 31st, 15th of the following month, calendar is US and correction. Save. Okay, I'll quickly simulate once. This is now for invoicing. Okay, so 21st one will be invoiced on 18th of Feb, and if I put something else, say 13th, 13th Jan will be invoiced on 15th Jan. Okay, so the scheduling is working fine. I'll go back. Now you'll see a difference. I'll show you a difference, because here I have chosen creation date, not baseline date from external transfer. You'll see the difference. Now assign the rule here again. So create my scheduling. CA master scheduling is Z102. Bill cycle is monthly Z103. Rule for scheduling is Z102. And for reversal, I don't put any. Reversal happens manually. Okay, so it should not be like for reversal also I have to wait for the date. Okay, don't put any rule for reversal, um, because if I identify a mistake, I would like to fix it right away. It's not like that. If I have to wait, it may happen that the posting period is closed, we are into the next posting period, and I have to reverse in the next posting period. Okay, and that happens to be a quarter. The auditor may not be very happy, because Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, they would like that Q1's adjustment has to be posted in Q1, Q2's adjustment should be posted in Q2. Okay, the auditor sometimes will I mean will not be happy to with the report that if the adjustment is supposed to be fixed in the next month. Okay, so anyway, so save it. This is done. Now let's run the invoicing and I'll show you the difference. Okay, so now I'm generating an invoice. Now here you see I have chosen my baseline date as 12/1, but it will not consider from 12/1. Okay, till billing no change. Okay, first I'll do the billing. This is generated, and I'll do the billing on 15th Jan. 15th, sorry, what is this? 15th Jan. Yes. So my next rule, invoicing rule, okay, that hasn't come into the picture yet. First I'll do the billing, then the invoicing rule will happen. Okay, so I'll do the billing first. Billing is 15/1. Now in the billing itself, you will see the invoicing rule will be picked up. In the billing document, you will find the invoicing from date. Okay, so here I have chosen creation date of the source document. Where is that? I have chosen creation date of the CC. Huh. Creation date of the source document. That means creation date of source document means when the billing is done. So when is the billing done? Billing is done, build on. Okay, hang on, let me bring the field. Build on will be today's date only. Change layout, build on. Now it will consider from this date. Creation date means it will consider from this date. Okay, so and this I cannot change. If I do it today, it will be 21 1. If I do it tomorrow, it will be 22 2. But if I put it on, if my baseline date is my if my baseline date is baseline date from external derivation, that is the from date to date, that we can dynamically change. When I load a bit, I can choose my from date and to date dynamically. But if I put creation date, that I cannot change. Creation date will always be that particular day's date. Okay, so I hope Mahesh, you understood I mean, everyone have understood the difference. um, from external derivation means whatever date we put in the to date during the bit generation, or whatever date CC will send me in the baseline date. But if I put the creation date, that means on the date the billing has happened, the billing is generated on that date, from that will be the baseline date. Okay, so today is 21st and next 15th will be 15th of Feb, that is 18th of Feb. Basically a couple of 3 days of holidays are there. So but if I do it on external derivation, I can put the date as maybe 31st December, and then it will pick 15th Jan. I can put the date as 14th of Jan, then it will pick the invoice date on 18th of Feb. Okay, so here I have flexibility, but here in these two scenario I don't have flexibility. The baseline date is derived from here. Okay, so that is the invoicing cycle.
So, Samudra, now you have selected source document, right? Creation of date of creation is of source document, right?
Hmm.
So, can you go to bit once? Yeah.
I'll go to the bit.
No, not bit. That invoicing billing document you have.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so build on date. Okay, this is today's date.
Build on date is a date on which it is generated, created on creation date. So
Okay.
from this date, I mean, for the logic in the simulation, whenever we enter an input date during in the simulation, whatever input date I'm entering here, whatever input date I'm entering, that date is equal to this date. Or if I would have chosen uh, external date, baseline date from external transfer, then it would have chosen this date. This date I can modify. Okay, so CC can send me today I'm receiving 21st, but CC can send me 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, kuch bhi, anything it can CC can send. But the moment I put the logic on created on date, not this date, the date on which the billing has happened, the moment I put it, okay, it is gone again, I did not save the layout. The moment I fixed it on the creation date of the billing document, I am bound, I cannot change anything. From that date it will derive the scheduling date, that is the invoice from date. And again,
So,
yes,
so when we do the billing, right, at that time, can we take that billing on date as the a date we have to take, or like
no, it is creation date, it is creation date. Remember, I built it on 15th Jan, but
mm,
uh, this creation date, I mean build on date, will always be 21st Jan. That is a date on which it is built. If I build it tomorrow, it will always be so if you build now, oh, okay, sorry, you are at 20th date, but this system, according to this system, it is 21st already. So 21st early morning. So in this environment, you today in your evening time, which is 20th, if you build, it will always build on at 21st. You cannot change. For example, if I choose any billing document /o fkk bit underscore mon. Okay, so let me open any item which are say invoiced, okay, in this CA, and I'll choose anything, say randomly I'll choose this one 7006. Okay, so it was generated 7006, generated on 19th of January. Okay, I go inside, then I'll let me create a choose layout, change layout, let me create a variant as well. Oh, sorry, I chose invoicing document. Sorry, I'll choose the billing document. Billing document, 472. Okay, I'll create a layout. Okay, I'll save the layout, change layout, build on, save as. See, it was billed on 19/1. That is, on that date, I have posted the billing. I cannot influence this. This is created on. When you post a document, you can change the for FICA posting. When you post a FICA document, you can change the posting date documented, but the creation date you cannot change. Okay, that I'm talking about. If I open any invoice, I open the posting document, I go to the header, I can change this, I can change this, but this one is not in my control. This one always will be system date and the system time. These two I cannot change. Entered on, entered at. Similarly, build on means entered on, and build at, which I did not add, that field I did not add in the layout, that will always be the system time. Okay, so I can influence these dates, but these dates I cannot influence, this date and time. So if I put my baseline date on the creation date, then whenever it is created from that date, it will add the logic. Okay, 15th of that month or next month. So here I have chosen creation date. If I choose external derivation like I did in billing, then the till to date, then it will consider the to date. Okay, Mahesh.
Thank you, Saudhi.
Okay, so I'll quickly invoice it. The billing document that I generated today. This one. So my build on date is now I can choose the layout. Choose layout. My build on date is 21/1 and my invoice from date is 18/2. So if I try to invoice it before 18/2, it will not let me. So I'll try to invoice it on today's date. It will not let me do the invoicing. It mentions that until 18/02 I cannot invoice it. So now I will invoice it. I have to invoice it on 18/02, and I hope my February period is open. Else it will not let me post the invoice. Let's see. Okay, not yet posted. Yeah, now posted. So the period was open. That's why.
Last time we have selected bill from date, right? We have taken when we doing the invoicing, we have taken the date from bill from date and we have done. Now it is
No.
mandatory.
I'm telling. When I do the billing, this date is mandatory. And when I do the invoicing within the billing document, there is a invoice from date. This date is mandatory. I have to
Okay.
adhere to these days. I mean, I can do the invoicing this on this or after this date. Similar to billing, bill from date, I can bill it on or after this date. For invoicing, the control lies here. And this one we have just controlled using the scheduling.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll continue with something else tomorrow. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.